Hello, everyone. My name is Zachary Ledford from Salt Lake City, Utah. I am currently second vice president of the National Association of Blind Students in the National Federation of the Blind, and you are listening to White Canes Connect.
Hey there, PA Federationists. Welcome to another episode of White Canes Connect, presented by the National Federation of the Blind of Pennsylvania. My name is David Goldstein. I am your first vice president. Joining me today is Simon Bonenfant, our contributor. Simon, how are you today?
I am doing very well, David. Glad to be here.
Today we're talking about the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar. Why don't you tell us about it?
Yes, it's very exciting. This Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar will be happening from Friday, August 1st to Sunday, August 3rd in Philadelphia at the Hampton Inn at 1301 Ray Street. So we're very excited that this is going to be in Philly. It's the first student seminar in Philly that we know of, at least. This is being put on by the National Association of Blind Students. And because David and I are in the Philly area and involved in the PA affiliate, we are part of the committee to plan this event.
Today you spoke with Zachary Ledford, who is the chair of the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar Committee. What did he have to say?
Yes, he talked a lot about the theme of embracing the college environment and being confident as a blind student. And it really is a great opportunity for folks to come together from a specific region. In the Mid-Atlantic region, at states that are relatively close together, and for folks to connect with people that they haven't met yet at a less busy environment than maybe a national convention or Washington seminar, things like that. And of course, the student division does a lot of events virtually, but there's nothing like having that camaraderie of being in person with folks in a small and intimate environment.
And while it is called the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar, it is not limited to people who either live in or go to school in the Mid-Atlantic region. If you're a student from anywhere in the U.S., you can attend this. There is an outside chance you may be able to still get involved. Zachary's information is in the show notes. Reach out to him and see what the situation is as this episode drops. Simon, let's take a listen to your interview with Zachary.
Well, thank you, Zach, for taking the time to be with us today. It's a pleasure having you on. How you doing?
I'm good. It's such an honor to be on here, and I'm glad and grateful you guys invited me to hop on to talk with you guys for a little bit.
Well, we have been working together for the past several months to organize an upcoming student seminar hosted by the National Association of Blind Students called the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar, which is going to be happening from August 1st to 3rd in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So this is a very exciting event. And being from Philly myself, as are David and Lisa, the other hosts of the podcast, we are very happy that this is in Philly. I know that you have been working very hard to put this together. How's it been for you?
It's been super awesome. I know this is my first time helping plan a seminar within the National Association of Blind Students, and it's been super awesome to learn and get to know yourself along with a number of different students in the Mid-Atlantic area or region, I guess you could say. And honestly, it's been super fun to put things together and see it all come to fruition, hopefully in the next week or so as we have the event.
So for those who are not familiar with the National Association of Blind Students and the work that you do as a division of the NFB, can you give us an overarching scope of what you do?
Absolutely. So as I mentioned, I am currently serving on the board of the National Association of Blind Students as second vice president. And the National Association of Blind Students, or NABS as we like to call it, is a proud division within the National Federation of the Blind, the largest movement of blind students in the world, which is insane. And each day we seek to empower blind students to help live the lives they want, whether it be through organized activism, mentorship, or different development and resource sharing, and so much more. So it's definitely a fun and I'm a little biased, but an awesome experience to be a part of it.
And I know that you do a lot of events at the National Convention and also the Washington Seminar and NABS, in addition to each state having their own student division, or many of the states having student divisions, you also hold programming throughout the year as virtual options as well. Can you tell us, though, about the key components of these regional seminars as they seek to meet students in a certain geographical range and how that has helped and the power of those seminars?
Absolutely. So as mentioned, we try to hold at least one or two regional seminars each year for students to come and learn various different skills about resources, and ultimately it helps provide a lot of pre-employment transition services to blind students. We hold typically, from what I've experienced, three different regional areas. We call them our Pacific Seminar, Midwest Seminar, and then of course our Mid-Atlantic Seminar. And this is, of course, able to gain exposure to insightful presentations, different educational aspects, and also innovative services, and various different social and professional networking amongst these different seminars. And what's exciting is we try to have a different theme for each of these seminars. That focus around a specific topic, inviting students from all around the nation, but of course, dependent on the specific region that we're hosting it, we of course invite a lot of students and members of our division within that specific region. And in this case, for the Mid Atlantic, in the Pennsylvania area surrounding those states as well.
And am I correct that this is the first time that you've had a student seminar in Philadelphia?
As far as I know, it is one of our first in Philadelphia. I don't recall hearing about one, at least in the last decade or so. So that's very exciting to be having one in the Philadelphia area.
Well, why don't you give folks the details of where it's going to be held and some of the things that they may expect throughout the weekend of August 1st to 3rd?
Yes, of course. So, our theme for this seminar is charting the course, finding your fit as a student, and of course, taking place on that weekend that Simon alluded to earlier, August 1st to the 3rd. And a lot of this theme we wanted to gear towards, of course, helping students find their niche or finding their opportunities to fit in on their campus. So, as blind students, we often face many different experiences that lead us away from our comfort zones, especially as college students. And with this theme, we are hoping to focus on embracing the different perspectives that students have toward building their confidence. And so during the weekend, during the seminar, we'll have a number of different interactive activities and presentations, allowing participants to reflect on their educational and professional journey, but hopefully also to gain opportunities to goal set for their future, and setting their course across academics and also preparing for their career, which is very exciting. So, a number of things that we have, I'll share a couple, won't give too many spoilers for our agenda. But so our seminars typically start in the evening on Friday and go through all day Saturday and then end midway through Sunday, early afternoon. So for a number of our different activities, we'll have a number of presentations to start out welcoming people, getting them to network with new and also reconnect with friends from previous seminars they've attended or different connections that they've had within the Federation as a whole. And so Friday nights, we are hoping to discuss, we're calling it breaking the iceberg, essentially, to forming connections, but also having different activities and challenging experiences for students to find their way to meet common grounds, find different interests that are similar to each other, but also build on connections within navigating college life and also different relationships as well. For Saturday, we are going to be talking a lot about confidence as well as finding and navigating challenging experiences. Now, this can range from a number of presentations we have planned for hearing about tips and tricks from recent grads or current students for blind college students to understand what have worked best for others and what could work best for you going into your academic career. Another example that we were having is talking a lot about interests and our perspectives specifically, and forming a discussion surrounding collaborating on those interests and turning them into impacts, whether that be serving on a number of clubs or in a number of clubs on your college campus or serving in different organizations, just trying to find what you're passionate about and turning it into a meaningful impact that can help others as well. A lot of that, as well as facing rejection. We'll have some interactive discussions about facing those challenging opportunities. For example, when facing rejection, when communicating with the professor regarding getting accommodations as a blind student, because I know, especially for myself, it's been challenging to find that common ground to be successful both on the professor level, but also as a student when you're connecting with your professor. And in terms of recognizing different challenging experiences, a lot of our presentations for Saturday will talk about balancing work and college life as an example. We'll have some students discuss doing that while we have. Because there's a number of students that may be working to make funds for themselves for a living, but also attending school, whether part time or full time as well. Another one that I'm excited for is an activity based on advocacy. And we know, especially within an organization like the National Federation of the Blind, that's standing up for yourself and speaking up about your advocacy and trying to fit in wherever you go around the world is this big part of what we do as a community. And especially in an academic setting, it's extremely important to find a way to advocate for yourself. So that's another fun one that I'm looking forward to. And then to close everything off on Sunday, we're going to be highlighting a number of different presentations that will help get students connected together using different resources. And this could be from a number of different things, such as training centers that are connected with the Federation, but also learning more about the National Federation of the Blind as a whole, and also the student division to learn so many different aspects. But that was a ton, and I hope that gives a little bit of insight on this year's seminar and gets students excited.
Yes, those are all wonderful topics. Thank you for sharing all that great information. And, I just want to second what you talked about with embracing experiences as a college student, because college is a great time to think about and try new opportunities without pressure or uh, some fear. I think it's a great opportunity to really branch out in a very safe environment, and an environment where the professors and the administrators of the college have the best interests of the students in mind. And so there's going to be opportunities for growth and confidence building.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you hit it right there on the nail. Definitely a big focus with this seminar is definitely confidence and just growth. So I'm excited.
Can you share a little bit about your own personal story of how you came to the Federation and what have been the most impactful moments that you've had as you've gotten to this point in your leadership position?
I'd love to. That's a great question. So, growing up, I was born with congenital cataracts and glaucoma. Had cataracts removed when I was about 2 months old. So now I live with glaucoma. Jokingly, I like to call it as old person's disease. But it mainly impacts my vision to the point where everything's mainly blurry. And so it's very difficult to see things, of course, in a blurred foundation. But I'm also very light sensitive. So light and me can and cannot be friends. It's a love-hate relationship. So growing up in as a kid with little to no sight, I was mainly a large print reader, but my father had also become blind in his life, and unfortunately did not receive much services in terms of braille or cane travel skills. And so both my parents, finding out that myself and two of my other siblings were blind. They emphasized a lot of braille instruction and fought to get us those services and cane travel instruction during elementary all the way up to high school, which I'm super grateful for. One experience that I tend to share with individuals in terms of my relation with the NFB, in when I was approaching middle school, I had a Braille instructor who went to, and this was during the first time I had attended any of my IEP meetings, and trying to go and advocate for myself. Or my individual educational program. Not sure exactly what it was referred to. But anyways, I sat there and was listening and found out that my Braille instructor at the time did not believe that I needed Braille services anymore, because I quote unquote had too much vision. Whether or not that was the case, my parents and myself, we found to be very upset and had almost ended up going to court with that individual. But with the strong background and community of the National Federation of the Blind, my parents had a ton of support, and also relied on a lot of the programs that were offered growing up as an individual for myself to participate in. So I was kind of kindly thrown into the mix of the NFB, but to this day, I've been found super grateful to participate in and out of the federation. And I know in high school, I was kind of falling out of it, just because I was that crazy teenager who didn't want anything to do with um, uh, much of anything really. Just wanted to do my own things and just be a crazy teenager. But after high school, I continued to find more importance of a community like the National Federation of the Blind. And so I was asked by my local affiliate here in Utah to serve as the chair for our committee as a student committee, and then now serving for the past 3 years as president of our student division here in Utah, and then getting involved with on a national level in NABS, and back in 2022, few years ago, being asked to attend a number of seminars to come learn and build my strength and skills as a leader. And here I am now, serving on the board. I've served for the past year and a half, and I'm excited for another year to serve and connect with other students around the nation and help them realize that they can live the lives they want, and that the NFB and NABS especially is a big resource and support.
And where are you currently on your journey in education?
I am currently an undergraduate senior at the University of Utah studying sports medicine, media studies, and also psychology. I am currently also dipping my toes into the graduate pool. So you could say by looking into different graduate programs, my goal in the end is to eventually become a professor, but also help with adaptive athletics and more surrounding the sports psychological aspect.
That's great. I wish you the best of luck on that. Yeah,
I
wish you the
appreciate
best.
it.
There's a possibility that the seminar will be closed in terms of registration at the time that you may be hearing this. But if not, if it's still open, I would encourage people to find out if they are able to go and make their plans if they are able. Can you give the website to where people can learn more and register?
Absolutely. So the website, you can probably find it on our National Student Division page at nabslink.org. So that's NABSLINK.org. And you could probably do a search within that website to find more information on that. And I'm sure there will be more additional ways for you to find the specific registration within the community after listening to this podcast.
Well, thank you, Zach, for coming today to speak about the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar. I encourage everyone who has not signed up yet or not heard of it yet to go to the website, and if you're able to attend, we'd love to have you. As we close, can you give contact information and anything else you would like to say about the student division in general?
Absolutely. So I definitely will say you are more than welcome to join us in the National Student Division. And you can find a lot more information on that website I shared earlier, as well as my contact is on there in one of our links on there. But my best form of contact is probably email at Ledford, Ledford, Zachary, Zachary, and then the number 38 at gmail.com. Happy to learn and learn with you, learn from you, and also answer any questions that you may have. It's been an honor and a pleasure to be here. So thank you, Simon.
Well, thank you, Zach. It's been a pleasure working with you on this project and doing this podcast today. And I know the seminar will be a great success.
Thanks again to Zachary for stopping by and talking all about the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar and the seminars in general. So if you can't make it to this one or you're listening long after registration is closed, keep your ears posted. Go to the NABS website and have a look because they do a couple each year. And even though you may not be in that region of the country when it's happening, you can still attend it. It doesn't have to be that, oh, I'm not in the Midwest, so I can't go. So keep an eye out for those if you've missed this one. And Simon, I'll tell you something. I first started talking with Zachary last year with their fantasy football fundraiser, and I ended up winning that league. I love to say that every time I talk about it, but it was nice to work with Zachary on this project, and I'm looking forward to seeing him in person in Philadelphia.
Oh, yes, absolutely. It's been great to be on the planning committee and to work with the national office as well to put this together. And Philadelphia has a lot of great things to offer for those that have never been. It's a really great city, a lot of opportunities. Maybe you can take some time to spend a few days after the seminar or before if you're able to come in early and do some sightseeing. We really have a lot to offer, so it's great that the NFB is able to have this presence on that weekend.
Yeah, it really is a great place to be. And where the hotel is right in the center of everything. You're not far from Reading Terminal Market. So if you are checking out of your hotel room, you're going to the event and you're checking out around noon on Sunday. Reading Terminal Market is only a couple of blocks away. You can get there before you get to 30th Street Station to hop your train home or before you get in your Uber to go back to the airport. It's very close. Check that out. Franklin Fountain is only about a mile away. Delicious ice cream if you're interested. A lot of great things in Philadelphia.
Yes, and we also encourage you to go to nabslink.org as well to learn about the other opportunities that the National Association of Blind Students offers. And if you are in Pennsylvania, then connect with the Pennsylvania Association of Blind Students as well. We'd love to have you involved there.
Yes, we have a page on the nfbofpa.org website that talks about PABs, as well as our state convention coming up in November, and we will be talking about that right here on White Canes Connect for quite a while. But in the meantime, if you have questions, comments, show ideas, you've been to a student seminar, or you're listening to this after you attended the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar, we'd love to hear from you. Give us a call, 267-338-4495. You've got up to 3 minutes. Please leave your name and town if you do leave a voicemail. Again, 267-338-4495. We would love to hear from you.
And if you would like to send us an email with that information or anything you'd like to tell us at all, you can do so by sending an email to whitecanesconnect@gmail.com.
Simon, great job today. It was nice to be on with you.
Yes, thanks so much, David, and looking forward to seeing everyone at the Mid-Atlantic Student Seminar.
Thanks for listening. Take care.